Hello once more, guys, and yes, coming back to Civil War 2. So we're just up to the point at which the game crashed, so hopefully we'll be able to get through and see how this turn reacts. We are trying to escape over here, and I'm hoping we might actually be able to make it. There is a gigantic bloody death stack of well, Union units, which is quite scary, if I'm honest. It's quite scary. I'm debating as to whether I should maybe... yeah, actually, I'm going to do that. If it slows down... Well, actually, no, that's that's actually really vital. I need to sever these rail links. If I don't sever this one here, they could potentially gain access to the entirety of this. Which they're going to anyway, because of this, so... yeah, that's a shame. I don't think I can actually... build anything there to sever the rail link. No, I don't have the war supply at the moment. Right then, so we are moving out Robert E. Lee's army to defeat the army of J. Hooker. His resources are fairly low right now, so that's good for us. We're moving forces north to be able to deal with the Union incursions. We did suffer a bloody awful defeat here in the last turn. But, well, we'll see how things go. We never know, and we're not out yet. It's 1863, but the war is not over. There's a long way to go, and I have so many bloody leaders and not enough people. It's pretty ridiculous. I need to give them all, I need to give all the leaders, like, some kind of units to lead or something like that, so then at least the units are better led, or something like that. But, yeah. I'm going to be interested to see how things go. I need the Army of the Mississippi to escape, actually. Okay. But yes, the Ironclads I am sending into Norfolk. I'm hoping it be in Norfolk that they can actually repair. For some reason they have had trouble repairing in Richmond, and I have no idea why. It seems kind of odd to me. Right then, so we are going to see another battle for James Longstreet over here. Oh, okay. It's interesting that it's, Right then, so we need the prepare to withdraw engagement. Defend escape route. Okay. Delay battle. We'll go for the fight and withdrawal then. Yeah, holy shit. We need to retreat. If only the Union had not had the colossal amount of forces right there, we might have been able to regain Alexandria. And there's still an opportunity to regain it. There's still opportunity. It's just the issue of the bloody 100,000 troops in the area. That's the big issue. Okay, we need the army to actually escape so we can rebuild it. Whenever you're feeling ready there, sunshine, to retreat, that'd be lovely. I'm glad they've broken the rail though. That's good. They'd managed to destroy the rail in Alexandria before they were assaulted. So at least that's something. I'm actually pretty worried. I need this army to escape. Why have they not retreated? Come on. Retreat, sunshine. You can do it. You can do it. I really hope you can do it, because I don't want to lose an army. That would suck. Guys, come on. Guys. Guys. Guys, for the love of... Oh, fuck me. Okay. I'm hoping our plan in the Midwest... Oh, bloody hell. Well, that's interesting, actually. It's interesting the fact that they have ridiculous amounts of bloody men here. I don't know where they've come from. God damn it. I swear to God, I'm going to end up losing this campaign due to the sheer amount of bloody units they have. Like, god damn it. Yeah, that town's gonna fall. Yep. Oh no, it managed to hold out a bit. Okay, so he's going to go for a prepare to withdraw. Right, we're going to go for an increased attack. If we can increase the amount of damage we do to the enemy army, that's good for us. Come on, I need to absolutely devastate this army. There does appear to be a new force at Fort Monroe, unless they're moving in or out, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, once Richmond is secure enough, then I'll be able to move his forces away from this area of operation and move them back north. I mean, the thing is, I would love to be able to get around the Union forces and take Washington, D.C. That was my hope before. I mean, bloody hell, if I'd known I could recruited forces from South Carolina and North Carolina, I would have been able to hold Richmond, but fuck me. That's the things you get when you play, well, when you record a game. I mean, I haven't played a campaign of Civil War II. This is legitimately my first campaign. I've dabbled in the game before. Like, I've just looked how the game actually plays out. Maybe 1 or 2 times, but other than that, nothing much. Okay. Right, we are doing decent damage. We're just not doing that much damage to his army. The issue is we have a lot of Union forces encroaching on our lands, and we need to defeat these smaller forces to be able to concentrate on the larger forces. Okay, I'm seeing some forces that have arrived in Manassas by the looks in the north. So yeah, things may get even worse. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. They managed to put up a good fight, though. I'm impressed by that. Okay, so it looks like our forces in Manassas have retreated, actually. I think so, anyway. Okay, right, so we have another battle between Longstreet. 343 men. How the... Yeah, that army is going to be wiped out. It's completely gone now. For fuck's sake. I've got to wonder, though, how the Union was able to move forward. Oh, wait, okay. Now we suddenly have troops. You was telling me we had 443 men, so what the hell? If I knew we had 16,000 men, I would have gone for a different plan. But oh well, I suppose if we can defend our escape route and reduce the amount of casualties we've sustained, that's better for us. Right, so we are seeing some forces in Fredericksburg. Now, whether these are the forces that we just assaulted in the last turn, I do not know. But they are close to Mr. Robert E. Lee's army, so we might be able to bring some Southern retribution to the field for a change. The question of foreign intervention does seem ridiculously remote at this time. I can't see it happening, to be honest. I feel we're still in the war, we're just... well, I don't have a clue about the Union movements. I don't know where their strength is, and that's the problem. Well, they know where mine is. Okay, we retreated then, that's fair enough. Okay. I can tell already from the amount of losses we're taking this is going to be a bad battle. Ah, blonde Swedish looking motherfucker. This has been a busy turn so far. Okay, well, bloody hell. I doubt there'd be much of a garrison in these cities. The only problem is, obviously, my supply lines are going to be incredibly thin. Right, so, yeah. we can't really do much about that. Their forces obviously just have the advantage. Right, so retreat if engaged. Retreat to allied, well, friendly soil. Okay. So I've seen the Union over here. We're definitely being squeezed in the middle. That's definitely a thing that's happening right now. Now the issue is, if there was an army nearby, then I could have made this into some kind of call. We don't actually have any 2-star leaders either, so that complicates things. Oh my god, how is this holding out still? That's pretty bloody impressive. We just see militia over here then. Well... we'll go for a conservative attack over here. I need to deal with the forces there. Those forces, if I attack here and it fails, which is most likely to do as this force... well, this force is stronger actually than this one. At least if I attack here, then I'm not going to be cut off. Whereas if I attack here, I'm not going to be able... well, I'm not going to have an escape route at all. Okay, so we have even more forces over here, that's good for us. Alright, we are seeing the Union over here. But that's not the real threat, to be honest. Oh well, where to go, isn't it? 60 days. Well, I suppose we'll go north then. We'll head over here. Even then, that's... okay, 18 days is pretty good, actually. Actually... if I land some men down here, then at least I might be able to move on to New Orleans and take it from that militia. Why is there Union fucking artillery over here? What the fuck is that about? That is random as all hell. Okay. So we're still under siege over here then. How many men do we actually have in this place? We have about 1,000 men. Not that many. I've gone over here to recapture the town though. Okay, so move into that area. Hopefully the 2,000... well, the almost 2,000 cavalrymen, that might be enough. Okay, wow, that's a large force. What? Well, the army of Mississippi has survived. That's good. Right, I see. Well then, things are definitely in an interesting, yeah. This is pretty interesting. He's a military genius. That's pretty nice, actually. I could definitely do with making making him a commander. If he's a military genius, we can have a look at what he actually gives us. So, cavalryman, very fast cavalryman, skirmisher, and a screener. He's pretty good like that. So I'll give him control of these troops. Okay, can only have that many. He's an artilleryman. Okay, there we go. So, we still have some strength, that's the thing, we still have some strength, it's just really scattered at the moment. Okay. And the thing is, I need this army to recover its strength. Well, actually, no, it does have 13,000 men, but it's nowhere near strong enough yet. This army has about 13,000 men. Okay, son, I'm gonna need you to destroy that rail. There we go. Right then, if we can get these guys over here... I do have somebody who can come out here, actually. So if I destroy this rail, then at least we're stopping the Union from escaping as such. I'm going to destroy the rail over here as well. I'm just basically trying... Actually, no, I don't need to destroy it here. I can move on over here, actually, and capture that town once more. Can I not force march you? No, I need a leader, don't I? Right, 10 days, that's a lot better, actually. Okay. How many men would this leave inside the city? So this would leave about 20,000 men inside the city itself. That would be a damn good amount then. That'd be a good amount to try and hold the city with. I don't... They probably do have a lot of men, actually. Okay. See, we are repairing over here. This is what I find interesting. That's really interesting, actually. Right, we're down to 114, so we lost 7 morale from battles, and I'm not surprised, to be honest. Okay. We need to deal with him. If we use Robert E. Lee as our sledgehammer, basically, we might be able to escape. I'm tempted to redeploy the army over the Mississippi, actually. It would be good to bring them over here. Well, we'll leave them here for the time being, then. Actually, no, that's not a very good resource point, is it? I'd like to advance once more, but... Okay. You're a good army administrator. Right, so under your command is now almost 40,000 men. We'll have these guys rail over here. I'm going to need to rebuild that army. Well, build another army. Okay. So we need to move forwards. We have hopefully enough men in the city to actually hold it. Right, Atlantic Squadron, blockade flotilla, Atlantic Squadron. That's not the strongest I've seen. Now the issue is I could lose Norfolk very easily if they come out here, and I can't risk losing a fleet. Is this Ironclad just stronger than the other ones, or... Because I'm surely... they're not all that weak. You're not exactly great for the fleet, are you? No, I just actually gained some combat strength. I swear to God, I just gained some combat strength. No? Okay, fair enough. Right, seamen. I think I may. Yes, I'm going to come out of the city. I'm going to come out of Norfolk and I'm going to go over here. And if we can prevent this army from crossing the river over here, that's really good for us. Also, we can bombard that force, so that can only be good for us. That might provoke the Union Navy into moving down the river. Right, we have a elite brigade here. That's held by just a regular. I'm going to move this force up. If we move up the river, well, up the land here, and we take James City, or we take Hampton, then at least let's extend in our control once more. Okay. I think we'll move into this area here. If we can save the fort, that'll be good for us. It's a good supply station. Okay. I just can't believe the tenacity of the Union over here now. I thought they were pretty much defeated, but no, apparently not. And my microphone's dropping. God damn this fucking weak ass thing. Right. Unfortunately, I don't really have enough leaders out here. Ah, this microphone's dropping. Sorry, guys. Ah, for fuck's sake. Okay, that might be better. As it's not drooping, so that's good. I'll take that for the time being. Right. Well, we have quite a lot of demonstration options. And I can draft people, so that's good. So we can at least bring our numbers back up. Whoops. Okay, so we'll gain some men over there. Right, we'll build a defensive works. Over here? Yeah, over there. Okay. Our morale is suffering. We do have some national morale left, so I'm actually going to recruit some men. As many men as I can. Actually, no, that may not be a good idea. We'll just go for the... possibly the 1, maybe? Even that I can't really afford. I'm very low on cash, actually, right now. Okay, we'll decree partial mobilization. I do indeed need many, many more. I need cash too, to be honest. Okay, the issue of morale isn't too precedent right now. I need the cash. I need it. I may have to consider moving... well, I know. To be honest, I should move the capital to Atlanta a long time ago, while I was still doing very well on morale. It really would have only cost me 10 morale and it would have made me a hell of a lot more secure. But oh well. Okay. Not too much else to be doing this time, so we'll just see what happens then. I'm hoping we can sort of stabilize things. The Union is spread out, very spread out. And it's just a thing, if we can take on these small individual armies, well, they're not even small, they're very decently sized armies with at least 2,000 strength for the most part. I really wish I'd recruited men from the Carolina area. I might have been able to have actually enough men. I'm just hoping that with the concentration of troops under Robert E. Lee, that we can make a really good go of it. I might just have to... I don't know, it's just the fact is, if I combine more men into an army, then it removes the... well, we go over the leadership limit, the command point limit, so we end up with malices, and I really don't think there's much point to that. But the issue is the Union is able to effectively put a hell of a lot more men into battle than me, because of the fact that it's the AI, and it gives them some bonuses like that. Okay, we see more troops out in the bay, actually, by Fort Monroe. I really should have taken that fort. I think if I ever play this game again, I will have to take that fort straight away. It's really just vital. It controls so much. I mentioned about trying to take it earlier in the series, but I guess I kind of forgot about it, actually. I should have invested more in my rail pool as well, for damn sure. Okay. Well, at least the Union forces moved away, so that's good for us. Was that it? Is that all that happened? What? Okay. Somewhat confused by this. What the hell? Okay, so this force is a hell of a lot stronger now. I'm going to actually dig in here. Let's try and dig in. I want the Union to attack me here. If I can beat them over here, then at least I'll be able to push forwards. Well, I doubt I'll be able to beat them, to be honest. I don't really have enough commanders in the area. Okay. I could do with sending some commanders. I'm going to send a couple of these clones. Okay. We can get them over there. It's going to take time, but we need more commanders in the west. I think I'm going to recapture some of these towns. Right, we've seen this force over here. Wow, that's a large army in there. Yeah, there's hardly any men in this army. I'm going to have it come down to Richmond. Joseph Wheeler. Oh, Wheeler. Okay. Yeah, we even managed to move out here without a fight. That's interesting. Right, if I move here, I'm not actually going to be targeted by the fort, as you can see here. Just if you can just see here the glowing water. So if we move here, we might be able to engage these ships and cause some destruction there. Got so many of these bloody leaders all over. Wow, there's just... Wow, we even have Beauregard in here. Let's move them across the river. If we can recapture this town, that'll be good for us. Okay. I forgot to issue orders over here. Rebuild that rail. Okay, well, they can't make it in that many days. 16 days. Right, if I force march them, I could be there in 16 at best. 15 like that. Though, I don't know actually, we may pass through... Well, we'd pass by some of the enemy. 19 days. In fact, we're going to head south. We're going to try and capture this artillery, and we're going to try and clear up some of these forces. If we can cut this line over here and prevent the Union from moving out, that'd be good for us. Okay, so if we can try and repair that rail...